Hello, beautiful people on YouTube. Hope you are doing well. Let me clean the camera a little bit. Perfect. Today is Sunday, and I'm resting with my girls here. During the week or few days ago, I made a post about slowing down, and people commenting on it, this and that. And today I want to make a video about the slowing down and why you feel like you cannot slow down even though you want to. It's weird, right? You want to stop. You always tell yourself, after this project, I want to slow down or I'm ready to slow down. But when things comes, you just keep picking up things and put it on your plate. You never at a place at ease and always rush to somewhere. And this feeling also might be that in your life, you do not even know from when, but ever since you could remember, seems you either always chasing something or somebody something told you need to keep going, right? That's pushing and pull, but never at ease. You can't sit still. If you sit there for more than 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you're gonna get anxiety. You feel like you need to find something to do, otherwise something gonna happen. Isn't it weird? Isn't that weird? And I'm telling, the reason I say that is I was there before, and I sometimes still will be there. And I caught myself sometimes, but the things happen like that, less and less. And to the point, I had this realization, or I'm ready to share this message, because when you're in it, you don't know what to do. When you navigate a couple times, you know what is the way can navigate. Now, first of all, why you cannot slow down? It's not just you. It's a collective trauma. It's a collective vibe, environment, or collective patterning or conditioning. It's not just running in your generation. It might run in your parent generation, grandparent generation. So it's kind of like generation, just conditioning and patterning. We human as a collective, I don't even know how many years or even how many 100 years we've been told to function in a certain way. Maybe old days, you've been told to work for other people, right? And get 9-to-5 job. I think this is more recently, but I don't know how many years track back. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this you've been told to, right? Your parents, ever since you were little. I mean, not all the parents, but if you are watching this video, you might, not just your parents, maybe your boss, maybe your teacher, or teaching you that you need to study good, you go to a good college, you can make a salary, you have a married, have kids, and save for the kids, send the kids to the thing, and the end of a year later, you're retired, you go travel. Isn't that what we've been told? And I, myself, bought this lie, or bought this fact, or bought this whatever whose truth it is, for a long time. And I actually blamed myself why I was not smart enough to go to a certain college, because obviously my parents wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is. And I was certainly not. Or, people compare you with the other your neighbor's kids. Somebody's girlfriend, somebody's boyfriend, whatever, right? We've been compared to so many people. And we've been compare ourselves. We think we could have done better, whatever it is. Right? So we constantly living in this surviving mode. When you're in surviving mode, you are on an autopilot. You just keep doing things over and over and over, and hopefully you can get out of that loop. But the thing is, you are circling, surviving, and you've been told that's a path. But that path itself is a lie. Okay, so you keep on this path over and over and over. There's no end goals you can be done, because you always have new things to go after. So always something better, right? You'll never be done. Your job is never be done. You are never good enough, because always people give you expectations, or you constantly feel that you need to meet other people's expectations or your own perfection, right? You always been told you could work harder, you could be better. then how can you get out of that? You can't. And how can you even get rest or slow down? Because you never would meet that expectation. You never would meet that requirements, and you would never get rested. Because if you believe you only can be happy when you get there, or you only can have that once you get this, the math equation itself is already have problem. And how can you get happiness, get joy, get love? Right? So this is a part of why it's very important. What you're going through is this ancestral generation conditional and patterning, and this is surviving mode, and it's a loop. So how to break that? The break that requires a lot of awareness, training, and practice. It sounds easy, but it's really actually hard, because the thing is, when you are on the autopilot, you don't really realize you are on autopilot, because you are in it. You constantly been doing that for 30 years, 50 years, 60 years. You always doing that. If you're doing things just like you need to put clothes on, don't go outside the house, it's so natural. You will not recognize until you meet somebody that they are demonstrating a different way of living. You start to get triggered first. Maybe somebody is not as on the point as you think you want them are. Let's say you like to plan things, from morning to evening. When you go travel, you need to exactly know when, how, what, like when you're gonna get there, how I'm gonna get there, what we're gonna eat, when we go to sleep, what are the things that I'm gonna bring back, okay? What day we're gonna leave, what time we're gonna leave. And versus another person, you ask this person, are you going on a trip? She's like, maybe, maybe not. First of all, trigger. Second of all, if she says going, you are like, so what are you going to bring? Where you're going to stay? Who you're going to meet? And when she tells you, I don't know, I'm going to pack that day, and when I get there, I will know. If people are functions this way, going to trigger you, you're either going to think, wow, she's crazy, or you start worrying about for this person, which means you are living in a box of things should be that way, okay? Not say good or bad. I'm just saying how you can aware when you are on an autopilot. You already have developed a way of thinking, and when other people are doing the other way, you're not okay with that, or you triggered, or you judge people, judge yourself, whatever it is. That means that it can remind you are in certain state, okay? Then this is step number one. Sometimes not step number one, I would say that's the moment you're aware that you are function on one way when we are not open for other people's different way of living, and especially those like allow things to flow through and trust that if I go this trip are meant to be, and everything will follow through, okay? This is very, very different from the way of living in your life. And second of all, and if you aware things are different, how can you become that, or how can you lean into that way? You're like, I know I want to be like her, more ease and allow things to drop in, but I just could not get there. I just have this huge anxiety. Even, sometimes I want to stop for 30 minutes. I have this anxiety. I just couldn't do it. I will pacing around the place and get angry or get frustrated, get upset, whatever it is. So what should I do? Now, this moment is very critical. First of all, you're going to aware that those emotions, you are not those emotions. You are experiencing these emotions. These emotions going to make you sometimes feel so real that you're going to fall in this trap. Okay, so when you realize that you want to stop, you have this anxiety, the first step is awareness. It's very important. If you can be aware that I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling it up, I feel this unease, I feel this anxiety coming up, you're already success. You're already on the huge step, huge leap. Now, when that time, breathe. You gotta breathe. One breath at a time. one breath at a time. Deep inhale, deep exhale, conscious breathing. Focus on every single one breath. Do not even think about 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. You just started breathing, count the breaths one by one. Inhale. I'm aware I'm breathing right now. Exhale. I'm releasing. Inhale, exhale. Do that for a couple minutes, okay? Notice that things this change. This is, I only can share with you. You can do daily. But if you really want to get to the core of how to shift these things, there are different healing modalities out there, okay? You can do breath work, you can do Theta healing. Theta healing is very powerful to go pull out the root cause of why you cannot relax. Maybe your parents, maybe your ancestor, okay? We get to different level to take up that. But daily, if you want to practice, when you caught yourself, you are feeling this anxiety, upset, whatever it is, pause and breathing. And journaling, and also knowing that you are breaking something that has been deeply rooted, embedded in human race, in generation trauma. It's not easy to just break it for one night. It takes practice, and also practice being present. Okay, if you are doing something and you do that, is because you do that. It's different from you do that is because you want to do that. You are being present with every single step instead of you want to do it because you think this thing after you're done can get you to somewhere else. It's not called being present. Being present is you all the 5 senses, 6 senses, all there. I feel it, I smell it, I taste it, I realize what I'm making. You are in this process of making things, and every single step, you know what you're doing. First, that you just want to get through and then get to next step, okay? That called skip, that called bypass, okay? So this energy is very different. So at that moment is practice being present, one breath at a time. Do not think about this 30 breaths later. It's just one breath at a time. Practice being present is a great way if you want to practice slowing down, right? Pause and practice is very important. It sounds so easy, but it's so hard. When you get there, you let me know. When you are in this moment, you tell me how hard, and when you caught yourself that you actually, in this state of being. And I just want to share with you guys, it's possible to live in this ease, be in this content, living in this way of that, knowing you are divine guided. You know that when people cancel on you, when people will treat you in a certain way, that the universe is doing a favor or universe are showing you something. Instead of blame yourself or blame other people as a victim, you ask universe, show me what you want me to learn. What is the lesson here? And be that mirror, be that grounding cord for yourself and for other people. And everybody has something to show you and teach you. And slowing down is definitely one of the big lessons that practice that a lot of people are having hard time. Hope this video helps, and let me know, comment below. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful Sunday.